Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode. Last episode, we automated the Wither boss, so we are able to collect nether stars on demand, and more importantly, the Supremium Essence on demand. Now, since last episode, I made a few changes here, and I've sped things up. On our Wither builder, I have removed the item conduit that we had here, and I replaced it with a translocator, which instantly places all 3 items of the Wither Skeleton Skulls, followed by all 4 items of the Soul Sand in this thing, pretty much instantly, like maybe a tick difference or whatever, but this goes so much faster than the item conduit. Now, there was a problem with the item conduit. When we were spawning in so many Wither bosses over so long a time, the conduit would throw in, say, some Soul Sand, and then it would wait for a second and be like, oh, okay, I'll put in the Wither Skeleton Skulls. The Wither Builder isn't that smart. Like, as soon as it gets that Soul Sand, it's like, ooh, let's place that. So it places the Soul Sand in here, and then the existing Wither bosses that are in here waiting to explode, and blow up that Soul Sand. So yeah, like, I came down here after waiting for a lot of that stuff to finish, and this chest was full of a whole lot of Wither Skeleton Skulls. So I was like, what is going on here? I thought there might have been some problem with me logging out or AFKing or whatever, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the problem, is that we were using the item conduit here. So yeah, I changed that out with the translocator, and I have also put in the speed upgrades and the energy upgrades into this machine, so it will place them faster. Like, we don't have to wait for this bar to fill up every single time. Like, it pretty much is instant, which is great. And then same thing for our mob crusher back here. I put in a speed upgrade 1 and 2 and an energy upgrade. So everything seems to go a lot faster than what we were doing previously. So I can show you guys like the speed now. If I do essence and I want to craft, say, like, actually let's do like 110. Sure, why not? Let's do like 100 of those. So you can see we're like generating those Wither bosses way faster. And if we come down here, we can kind of see this is staying full pretty much constantly, right? Oh, gotta get out of here before I take too much damage. Yeah, so this seems to be working really well. If we come upstairs to where all of the loot goes into this chest, we can see like just how fast we're collecting the Supremium Essence now. I think, but previously it was like we we're getting 1 every couple of seconds or something. Now you can definitely see that we are getting that quite quickly, which is fantastic. I just got done doing about 100 of these before I started recording, and I didn't see any Soul Sand in this chest. So I think it is possible that we could see Soul Sand, but it's highly unlikely. Like, a Wither boss would have to explode like almost exactly the same time as it places that stuff, like within a tick difference. Yeah, I'm not seeing any issues here so far. So I think we're pretty much good to go on the Supremium Essence crafting. Now, I haven't looked. How many Wither Skeleton Skulls do we have? Oh, we don't have as much as I thought we did. I was thinking we were going to be having like this kind of a number, but no, we have less than 10,000. I mean, that's still quite a lot, right? I'm not too concerned, but I just thought we had more than that. Wither Skeleton Skull Fragment, I think you can craft these into skulls, right? Okay, so yeah, we can do that as well if we want more. Just one of these numbers, and there's another stack of them as soon as the crafting lag catches up. So that is, you know, that's like another 3,000. Okay, well, that's not bad. I think there might be another recipe, actually, right? Wither Skeleton Skull. I feel like I was crafting these another way. So the Withering Souls can do it. Yeah, the Withered Rib plus a Skeleton Skull can do it. A Blank Skull plus Wither Skeleton Essence. I don't think we've crafted that yet. Yeah, we got quite a few ways. So there's really not too much of an issue here. But yeah, all 100 of the essence is already done. So that's really, really fantastic. Okay, I think we are done with the whole essence crafting. So we wanted to make ourselves pink matter, right? This is what we've been working on. We need 4 of these to make this energy condenser. Yeah, it requires 4 of these pink matters, plus it requires an additional 8 dark matters. But anyway, the pink matter, that's the part that we need to worry about right now. If we want to craft 1, we have enough Supremium Essence for that, but we don't have enough Friscion. In fact, we have a lot less of this Friscion than I really thought that we would have. But that's crafting 1. If I want to craft 4 of these, which we need, we are missing 63 63,000 of this stuff. Yeah. So that's pretty much an issue here. We need 63,000 Friscion. So how are we going to craft 63,000? Well, I'm not actually sure. I was thinking that we might take a look at RF Tools dimensions, right? And see if we can make a dimension out of that stuff. So the first thing that we would want to do is take this material absorber and see, first of all, if it's even possible to make a material out of the Friscion. So we need to craft this item here, make a block of the Friscion, place this on top of it, give it a redstone signal, and see if it absorbs. So let's see if we can do that real quick. If it does absorb, then we should be able to make a dimlet. If it doesn't absorb, then I'm not sure what we were going to do. Machine frame. Let's make one of these. And we're missing a hard carbon alloy. I don't have that on AutoCraft, really? Hard carbon alloy. How does that get crafted? That is made in alloy furnace with diamond dust plus graphite. A diamond plus graphite. Okay, let's try that recipe. We'll just do this together. So alloy furnace, that looks fine. Okay, and then if I put that into the alloy furnace and machine frame once again, looks like everything should be good. Okay, things are crafting up. Everything's happening. We're just, okay, there we go. Easy. All right, so there's our machine frame and there's our material absorber. So now we need the Friscion. I think I need to craft that over in this machine right here to make it into a block. I think, let me just double check. Yes, I do. Okay, so we'll put that over into the factorizer. So now we have a block of Friscion plus a material absorber. And then I do believe we need a lever, whatever. Okay, so let's place this down. We'll place this on top. We'll place this on top. So if this works, this should go away. I don't think it's working. Okay. Since that is not working, let's try something else just to make sure I'm doing this right, I suppose. So block of iron. Make one of these real quick. That okay, so it does work with block of iron. It does not work with Friscion, so that is an issue. I need to figure out how we are going to make more Friscion. Then I was thinking RF Tools dimensions would be the way, but if we can't do it that way, maybe we can do the ore. Maybe it won't do the block, but it would do the Friscion ore. That would be the next thing. Okay, let me try making another one of these material absorbers. I don't think you can reset this. Oh, you can. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's try doing this with the ore. Oh, okay. So it did do the ore, but it won't do the block. Fantastic. If we can make a dimension full of this stuff, then that's going to make our life super, super, super easy. Awesome. So now we're just going to need to get like 4 stacks of the Friscion ore to feed into this thing. But that's easy enough, right? And it turns out you don't actually need a lever on there. I thought you did, but apparently you don't. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go to Landia, use our digital miner, mine up a whole bunch of Friscion, like 4 stacks of it, like I said, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so this is 8 by 8, so each layer is a full stack. I ended up getting like 400 and something. I'm not sure exactly how many, but anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and build this all the way up so we're not like having to rebuild this multiple times. But now that we have that up here, we can just place that like so, and that will just absorb all of the same material that it needs that are connected. So we are at... Oh man, it's just making that into Swiss cheese, isn't it? I thought I'd do it like a little bit more neatly, but I guess that's fine. So I'll just vein mine the rest of this stuff back up, and we have that much left over. I'm not sure how much it was. I'm pretty sure it's like 4 stacks is what that needs in order to absorb to 100%, but now we are good to go. So now that we have that, we should be able to make ourselves a dimlet, but we do need a bunch of other things in order to do that. In fact, I think there are quests for RF tools in here, but I don't know where those are. I'm pretty sure I've seen them though. So Upsilon does not have it. I guess I will have to go through all these and see if I can find it. Of course, it's the one that has the dimensional shard right next to it. Anyway, so we are here. So dialing device, dimension builder, dimension inscriber, dimlet workbench. This is the one that we need, is the workbench. So let's go ahead and see if we can craft one of those. We need a dimlet base part, and that comes from the parcel. Yeah, we have a few of these. We need to open all of these if we can. Our inventory is going to get spammed full of different things. I did end up adding in some drives over here, just some 16K ones, so we have extra storage, but I feel like that's going to get filled up real quick. Maybe I should tell the system to make some more storage components. They don't need to be big. Like, I guess we could use this 4K one. Maybe I should just make them all 16. I don't know. That's going to take a while. If I tell it to make like a few more of these 4Ks, that should be fine. And then we can upgrade them later should we need to. But anyway, if we need more storage space available, we will have those cooking up and it should be okay. Well, anyway, so we want to right click on these. It does that sound and then you get a whole bunch of these different components. I think if you shift right click, no, you still only do one at a time. Oh my goodness, that's not annoying, is it? So let's turn down that player? It is not. I guess we could just do it the easy way and turn down master volume. That'll do it. So anyway, yeah, you get to sit here, spam right click, you get a whole bunch of these parts, and you need all of these parts because there's different memory units. There's the basic one, there's the advanced one, there's all sorts of different stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead, do all these, throw it into our applied energistic system. We'll take a look at all the components that we have in one viewable interface, and we'll be right back. Well, I decided to switch that up, so I made 16K to match the rest of those, and that took a little bit longer, but now we have 4 16Ks that are completely empty, so we got plenty of storage. That's even after all of the dimlets. So dimlet, we have all of these from those dimlet parcels, and it turns out the sound making thing is, of all things, blocks. It doesn't make sense, but if I turn that way down, like volume's at 100, right? If I turn that way down, I don't know why it would be blocks, because that's not really a block that I'm doing, and that sound is like when you gain experience, which is not a block, so I don't know. Anyway, so mystery solved. So we ended up with a whole bunch of these different dimlet parcels, and we need these in order to craft different dimlets. That's going to be used by this material absorber once we make ourselves the dimlet workbench. So let's go ahead and craft that up. I need to get some crafting tables. I was like, what are those called? Just said workbench, and I was thinking it was called workbench. I was like, no, that's not the name of them. Then we also need gold nuggets. We don't have any gold nuggets, but we can just go ahead and manually craft some of those. Boom. Way more than what we need, but it's fine. Okay, so there's our dimlet workbench. That should create a quest complete. Okay, so we are going to need a place to put RF tool stuff, and I don't think we have any more space. Well, there's a little bit of space over here, and I guess this is RF tool stuff. Let's put the dimlet workbench right here. Okay, so this is our dimlet workbench. We have an internal inventory, and I guess this needs power if you're taking a dimlet and extracting the parts from it. I don't know if you can hear my cat meowing in the background there. Let's do dimlet, and I'm just gonna grab like pretty much all of these things and just kind of throw it into that inventory. Well, we don't care about the Patreon ones. Let's see what we got here. We'll put all these into here like so. All right, and then I'm gonna want these things as well, these. And then if we have too many of a certain kind, we can go ahead and get rid of those. That's not really a huge deal. Put all those in there. Yeah, okay, so now we have too many. We can't quite sort them. Generally what I like to do, yeah, I probably shouldn't have grabbed all of those. generally what I like to do is put these kind of in order. So we have a dimly control circuit rarity 0 and then 1 and 2 and 3, etc. So we know which ones are where and how many of which ones we have and which ones we're missing and this kind of a stuff, right? I'll worry about doing that later. I don't need to organize that on camera with you guys. And then we'll just have one stack of each one in here. I probably should have just done that to begin with, but whatever, it's fine. So we want Friscion ore. Yep, so that is available, which we found out if I would have made this first, we could have just searched for it and found out. There's also a molten Friscion available. That's a rarity of 5, and this one's a rarity of 4. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to do a double click. Okay, so if you double click, you can see which ones you have and which ones you don't have. So we can see that we are missing both this piece and this piece. And that is, I think, the base dimlet part and a rarity 4. So that would be this guy, and then our rarity 4 is I put back in here for some reason. So if we do that and we search for a Friscion, double click, there it is. Awesome. So now we have the Friscion ore dimlet, which is fantastic. That's going to allow us to take a different material, like a pyramid or an orb or something like that. I don't think you can craft those, can you? Let's take a look. Orb. Yeah, you can craft it, but you have to have the feature absorber. This has to be absorbed on the feature that you're looking for in particular. So really what we're going to have to do is go to an RF Tools dimension first of all, hope that we randomly get a feature that we're looking for, like pyramids or orbs or tendrils or something. We can absorb that feature, and then we can create a new dimension with that feature with this material applied to it, so that feature will be of that material. Is that making sense? Maybe. So now the next thing we need to do is kind of figure out how to just make our own RF Tools dimension to start with. Okay, well, let's claim this. And then I guess the dimension inscriber, let's do the dimension builder. This is the one that we're really going to need right now. So let's see if we can even craft that dimension. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I should have checked this first. Dimension builder. Is this even doable by us? Ultimate induction provider, ultimate induction cell, induction casing, Enderium gears, redstone reception coil, ultimate. It looks like we have all of these things ready to go. I could just make a recipe for that and tell it to craft it and then not have to worry about knowing any of these other pieces, and we should be good to go, I think. So we want to craft a dimension builder. Let's no, we need this one. Let's just throw it in here somewhere. Oh, how about right here? Okay, so dimension builder. Next. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. It's doing some stuff in the background. And wait for it. Okay. Wow. We need 187,000 iron? What do we need so much iron for? What is even happening with this recipe? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we can tell 5 million bytes? Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused on what is taking this much resource. I have no idea. So I guess if I wanted to do this and see what the deal is, let's do ultimate. We'll craft each one of these individually and just see which one. So induction provider and induction cell. So the induction cell, let's just craft one of these and see if that's requiring all of the iron and stuff or if it's something else. So this one's requiring 105,000 iron. What the heck? I don't even know what this recipe is, why it costs so much. Wow. 1,236 enriched iron? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I was thinking that we would just go ahead and craft this, but this is something that is literally going to take forever to do, especially with all of the capacitors that it needs. How many? Let's take a look here. 1,000 236 melodic capacitors? Oh my goodness. Well, guys, I've been trying to figure out the best way to go about doing what we're trying to do here, and it doesn't look like I can come up with any other method. I thought RF Tools was going to be the way that we could bypass having to go to Landia and mine all of this stuff, but as we saw, it's going to be way more expensive to go that route than it is to do this. So if we do pink matter, one more time, I made a recipe now that it knows that Friscion ore turns into 2 Friscion ingots, right? So we need 31,000 Friscion. So when I move my digital miner, generally speaking, there's about 400 that it can mine at a time. And we need 31,000. So that means that I'm going to be at this for approximately 4 times 36, carry the 1, about 5 years. So in about 5 years, I will be done mining all of the Friscion ore that we need, give or take a year or two. So when that's done, we should be able to throw that all into the system and tell it to make pink matter. So yeah, we're here in Landia, and I'm using a angel block high in the sky because down below all the monsters are spawning. You get like the landlords down there, whatever, and those things, like, they move weirdly and they track you from far away and this kind of stuff. So just being high in the sky makes this so much easier. Now, I don't know, there's got to be a way to do this in a much more automated way, right? I know you can probably get Friscion ore. Like, if we look at the recipe from that, we can get it from the Orechid. Well, this might be something that we look at. I don't know how fast this particular flower goes, but that means that we're going to have to produce stone. We're going to have to use the Orechid, and then we're going to have to destroy that stone after the Orechid is done crafting it into these different ores. Now, I'm pretty sure if we look at the recipe for the Orechid, we can see that it's like crafting that same amount of stone into all sorts of different things. It's not like you can just tell it which particular ore you want. I'm pretty sure it's just like a random chance that you get these different ores. So maybe this would be a good way to explore. Like I said, I don't think I've ever used this thing before. It doesn't look super expensive. It might be something worth investigating, especially since we have all sorts of mana being generated essentially for free. Well, alright, let's see if we can make this thing. I think I have all of the petals available. It did need 2 gray, 2 yellow, 2 green, and 2 red. So let's see what this does. Just drop each of those into here with a seed on top of that. Boom. There is an Orechid. So that was a quest, apparently. Alright. So we have the Orechid. It does need mana in order to work, and then it says it needs stone nearby in order for it to do something. So, stone. Let's grab a full stack. I don't really know how this works. So we're gonna figure this out real quick together. Dirt. We need 1 piece of dirt to plant the flower on, unless we make it a floating flower. And then I don't know how far away it needs to be from this mana in order to work. Maybe if we just put it like right here and we do a wall of stone next to it, it'll be fine. I don't know. So there's the flower. It sounded like it just used some mana. And then we are probably going to want our wand. That would be in this thing. Wand. Okay, so we want... how do we do this? I got a torch in the way over here. Maybe we'll do it on this side. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's instant. Okay. I thought it was going to work very similar to like when you're doing mana, like mana stone or the mana wood, whatever that stuff is, the living stone, living rock, living wood. Okay, I did not realize this would be instant. That is interesting. Okay. So we get Kelline ore. I have not seen a Friscion. Interesting. This is actually kind of fun. Just spamming it around. Okay. So we ended up getting Neptune zinc ore. That's interesting. So lots of different ores here, but I don't think I saw a single Friscion. I'm not sure if this is a good way to get Friscion ore, guys. Kelline ore is a tier 7. It is not harvestable. Interesting. I think I have to use my other pickaxe. What is this? This is a cobalt level. What is my other pickaxe? Because I know I've mined this stuff before. This one is a mine tier 7. All right. Let's go ahead and mine this up then, I suppose. Okay, well, that flower is quite interesting. I did not know that it worked in such a way. Now I do know. But again, we didn't really see any Friscion ore. Now, maybe if we set this thing up to be automatic and we just let it go and have, like, the server run in the background, like we AFK or whatever, like we would be able to get it at some point. But with all the other stuff that we're getting, I'm not sure it's worth. And with how little it seems like we're getting, I'm not sure it's worth. Huh. Well, how would we automate that if we were going to do that and we were going to give this a test? I guess we would probably want some kind of like a block placer. And then we would want like an annihilation plane, something that is filtering anything but stone. I think that would probably be the best way to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna give this just a little thought here. I'm gonna try and come up with some kind of way to automate this. Just do like one block at a time, or just spamming it constantly. Yeah, let's try that real quick. We'll see what we come up with. Be right back. All right, guys, so I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and I think this might work. So we're going to use the annihilation plane like I was talking about, and this will only break blocks if it can store that particular block somewhere. So what I'm doing is I'm connecting this to its own separate network, and we're going to have that go into a storage bus. So the storage bus can only put in, well, by default, it can put whatever will fit into the inventory it's attached to. Or you can put an inverter card in here, and then we can put stone, and then it'll match everything except for stone, and that's what we would want. So we want to put stone as the blacklisted item, essentially. So yeah, we're inverting the white list of stone, so we turn this into a blacklist. So it should be able to take everything besides stone and put it into this interface here. Okay, so now what we want to do is connect this up to Applied Energistics. I hope I got enough cabling here. So we're going to make that into a sub-network is essentially what's going to happen here. We don't want that connected to our normal network. So this interface is part of the normal network. We're not going to show that on the terminal. It's going to be its own separate one. And in order for this to work, it needs to get power. So we are going to need to get ourselves some glass fiber, quartz fiber, this stuff. Let's make a little bit more. We need quartz fiber in order to extract power, but not channels from this network. So I'm going to put quartz fiber here, and then you only need the one, but I'm going to put one here too. And then I guess, let's do, Fluex. We'll do some kind of different cable just to like signify that, hey, there's something weird going on here. So what we're doing is we're extracting the power from here, and then this little Applied Energistics network here is now getting power. So we have the annihilation plane with the storage bus. The storage bus sees 9 inventory slots that it can put items into, and this storage is part of the main network. So as soon as an item goes into here, it should just go into our normal Applied Energistics system. Okay, so now we're going to try this. So we want to place down something and see if the annihilation plane grabs it. It did. Okay. I don't know if black stained glass is a good option. Let's do, oh, I don't know. Let's see. What do we have a block of? So we have 1536 of these. If I do that, it doesn't want to break those for some reason. Okay, so bad test. Let's try something else. Block of diamond, 45. Doesn't want to break those either. Why? I'm not sure. It did the glass just fine. Okay, well, we might have a problem here. We're testing. All right, well, let's just try putting on stone and see what happens. All right, so we have 1099. If I place this down, it changes, and the annihilation plane doesn't want to place that anywhere. Interesting. I'm not actually sure why this is not working. Try that again. No, the annihilation plane still doesn't want to break that. So why is that not breaking? Well, I changed the setup ever so slightly. Instead of having a storage bus going onto an interface into our main system, we just put our own storage system on this little sub-network. So we are still splitting it right here at this quartz fiber. So everything above the quartz fiber is a small little applied energistics network. Everything on the other side is our main network. So these two things can't talk to each other, but they have power here. So you can see here we have some iron ore. If I were to grab that and place it here, it immediately gets picked up and put over into this. Now we have a problem. If I put stone here, it will get turned into cobblestone and put over into this. So what we need to do is change this drive. We need to invert it. We need to set a whitelist for stone and invert that so it will not accept stone. So in a cell workbench, we can put this guy right here. You get 2 slots for cards that show up. If we put the inverter card here and then we put in stone, it should be able to accept everything except for stone at this point, right? That's the idea. I haven't tested this yet. Pretty sure this is going to work though. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So if we place this here and we place stone here. Looks like it just picked up cobblestone. So why is that accepting cobblestone when I told it that it can't accept that? Maybe I have to put cobblestone on there as well? Okay, that might be a thing that I didn't think about. I was thinking that it would be not accepting the regular stone and breaking that, but if it can't do cobblestone as well, maybe that's all we need to do. So I'll place both of those in there. So now it theoretically shouldn't be able to allow stone or cobblestone in there, and it should just work, hopefully. Maybe we need cobblestone all along. I don't know. We'll try it. So that seems good. Let's place these in here. That is really loud, but that seems good. Okay, so we are now able to use this flower to convert stone into ores and apply energistics to pick up those ores and place it into digital storage. Now again, we only have a 1K in here, so we won't be able to do like crazy amounts of stuff. And the good thing about using that annihilation plane is when the system is full and it can't accept anymore, it just turns off. Like it has nowhere else for stuff to go, so it won't just like put things all over the ground, right? So I guess the next part of this is we need to get stone automatically being generated and put into our mechanical user. All right, guys, so we're about to give this the full-scale test. I did put a sound dampener in here to hopefully cut down the noise that we're going to be generating. So we just need to add stone to this export bus below our mechanical user, which has white concrete filling up all the slots except for the upper left, and we're only using upper left, right? So let's put this in here and see if this is going to work. All right, seems like things are working just fine. It's a lot of lag, a lot of particles being generated. So if we look at our applied energistics over here, we can see a lot of things are happening. We have collected 3 Friscion. Not very much, to be honest. Yeah, this isn't real great. But we can do this automatically, right? So let's look at our stone supply in here. So we are pretty much out of stone, but I told the system how to take cobblestone and smelt it into regular stone, so we should be able to be keeping up with this all the time. Oh no, we still have 700. I thought we went through this already. Okay, well, yeah, this is very, very laggy, and I don't know how much mana this is using. I mean, it seems like this is still relatively full, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will keep up. Maybe it doesn't use as much as I thought it would. Well, anyway, aside from the particle lag, or maybe it's just lighting lag, I'm not, definitely feels laggy here. Well, anyway, aside from all of that, yeah, I think we are going to be good to like at least passively collect some Friscion. I feel like I'm going to be spending some time in Landia though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to just collect it all this way. I might leave the server running for a few hours, come back and see where we're at. I'm going to add in some more storage into this, probably add in a couple of 16Ks and we'll see. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.